rolled over multiple times.
The brake wouldn't work. I was trying to
Just go over there for a bit.
One decision, that's all it took. One press of the accelerator and 4 young lives would never be the same again. When a sheriff's deputy switched on his emergency lights, this driver had 2 choices: pull over or run. He chose to run.
Rolled over multiple times.
Less than a minute later, one of his closest friends was dead. Another was fighting for his life, and the excuse he would keep repeating, "My brakes failed," would soon be exposed by the one witness that never lies, his own vehicle.
They rolled over onto the on-ramp for I-90 westbound.
Fire and I need EMS. We have 1 ejection.
3350.
At first, investigators weren't sure what had happened. Was this a tragic mechanical failure? Or was it a desperate attempt to avoid responsibility? The answer wouldn't come from the driver, the passengers, or the witnesses. It would come from the SUV itself. The body camera footage begins with complete chaos. A deputy radios that an SUV has rolled multiple times after taking an interstate exit at high speed.
Is it just you 3? Is it one more in the car? 33, 39, I've tried 4 times. Ow.
The brake wouldn't work. I was trying to
Just go over there for a bit.
Emergency traffic immediately floods the radio. Firefighters, multiple ambulances and medical helicopters are requested as officers race toward the wreckage. They arrive to find twisted metal scattered across the roadway, 1 passenger ejected from the vehicle, another critically injured, and panicked survivors screaming that someone else is still missing.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Just stay right here for me, okay? Yeah. We're gonna get you help, buddy. You said there's 4 total people.
There's 1 more. He's not in the car. I don't know where he is.
Officers begin searching around the crash site while trying to reassure the injured that help is on the way. The scene only becomes more devastating. Paramedics rush from one victim to another, making impossible decisions about who needs treatment first. One young man is barely breathing. Another has stopped breathing altogether.
33, 39, there's 1 ejected in between. Just stay over here with him. I found him, stay here with him. Stay here and talk with him and make sure he's okay. Go back over there.
What do you need, Travis?
I need help here.
CPR begins immediately while oxygen masks, defibrillators, and trauma equipment are rushed into place. Officers request additional ambulances because there are simply more critically injured patients than available crews.
In rough shape, but he's talking.
3305, I have the on-ramp shut down.
No, stop, no, Jason. Oh.
Car?
Oh my God!
Well, how many people are in here?
It's me, him, and like 2 other people. I promise. I don't.
Okay, sit down.
I'm the only one to buckle up.
3305. We're gonna need at least 2 rigs. Hey, bud. Can you hear?
In those terrifying first minutes, nobody is worried about writing tickets or making arrests. Their only goal is keeping as many people alive as possible. Once emergency crews stabilize the scene, deputies begin speaking with the driver. Although injured and visibly shaken, he insists the crash wasn't his fault. According to him, everything started when police activated their emergency lights. He claims he pressed the brake pedal, but nothing happened. Believing the brakes had completely failed, he says he accelerated only to reach the nearest exit ramp.
AED! I'm getting it! Right down there in the front. Go to him. Okay, are you injured? Just your hand? Him now.
Are you this?
Got your scissors on you? What's the AED say? No shock device. He still has a pulse, but I check his legs. Seems fine. Okay.
Let me talk to him.
Still have pulse? Yeah, he's not breathing on his own. Okay, so we're gonna need at least 4 rigs.
Hoping to avoid crashing into innocent drivers on the interstate. On the surface, his explanation sounds believable. Brake failures, while rare, do happen, but experienced investigators know there's usually more to the story. The deputy then asks a question that completely changes the investigation. How much have you had to drink today? The driver quietly admits he'd been drinking beer throughout the day.
He's fine. He's just sitting in the
no
chair.
extrication is what I'm asking.
No extrication.
No, it's fine. It's done.
So we're good right now.
No worries.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're gonna need more work done here eventually.
What do you need?
Probably gonna
I already have it used over here, and they need suction down here now.
Suction down here.
Chief, are you talking about where the ramps meet here?
You must hit the steering wheel and the dash pretty hard.
I'll be honest, I got scared and panicked. Once I seen the lights, I went to push on the brake. And I've always been taught if my brakes fail in that situation, just try to get off the interstate as soon as possible to avoid hitting other cars.
So drink today.
2 beers, and that was throughout the whole day since 9 o'clock this morning.
Then comes another question. Would marijuana be in your system? Again, his answer is yes. In just a few seconds, the investigation shifts from a possible mechanical failure to a suspected intoxicated driving case.
You think marijuana would be in your system currently?
It will be.
When the brakes didn't work, you actually went above the 87 M.
Moments later, the deputy delivers the words no driver ever wants to hear. You're under arrest for homicide by intoxicated use of a motor vehicle.
Oh, you're under arrest for the homicide by intoxicated use of motor vehicle.
Homicide?
The driver freezes. Homicide? He asks in disbelief. The deputy calmly explains that one of his passengers has died at the scene while another remains in critical condition. The reality of what has happened suddenly sinks in. The young man admits he'd made terrible decisions. He acknowledges drinking, using marijuana, and getting behind the wheel. He tells officers he'll have to live with the consequences for the rest of his life. But investigators still have one major question left to answer. Did the brakes actually fail?
Clean your chest while you're lung, and you also have a bruising of the other lung. You want to make sure you're taking nice deep breaths, because
Once you guys are done with that, throw it away.
It's gonna go on your property.
I
To the right. Take a seat.
To hear your voice and know that you're okay.
My buddies just wanted to go to the mall, to go shopping, convince me to convince my woman to let us take her car up.
Modern vehicles record valuable driving data through an onboard event recorder. Investigators downloaded the SUV's electronic data to reconstruct exactly what happened during the final seconds before impact. What they discovered completely destroyed the driver's version of events. According to the vehicle's own data, the SUV was traveling 118 miles per hour just 5 seconds before the crash. The accelerator was pressed almost completely to the floor until only moments before impact. Most importantly, the brakes were functioning normally and had been applied hard before the collision. The vehicle proved that the brakes had never failed. The consequences were heartbreaking. One passenger, who investigators determined was not wearing a seatbelt, was ejected during the rollover and died at the scene. 2 others suffered serious injuries, including one with life-altering trauma. Prosecutors charged the driver with homicide by intoxicated use of a motor vehicle, multiple counts of operating while intoxicated causing injury, reckless driving, causing great bodily harm, fleeing law enforcement, and several additional felony offenses. Nearly a year later, he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. But the final courtroom moment surprised everyone. Instead of responding with anger, the father of the young man who lost his life asked the judge if he could hug the defendant. The judge allowed it. It was a powerful act of forgiveness in a case defined by unimaginable loss. This tragedy wasn't caused by bad luck. According to investigators, it was the result of a chain of choices. Drinking, using marijuana, speeding, fleeing from police, and believing everything would somehow work out. In less than a minute, those decisions claimed one life, permanently changed several others, and sent a young man to prison. Sometimes the deadliest part of a crash isn't the impact itself. It's the decision made long before the engine is even started.